Digital picture frames are a great way to see and share your photos around your home. And chances are you have seen recommendations for both the Aura digital picture frame as well as the Kodak digital picture frame. Both companies do make a large selection of digital picture frames, but I happen to have tested both their entry-level frames, so I can let you know which might be the right fit for you. I'm Wanderer001. Let's get into it. Starting off, general size, you can see that the Aura frame actually looks like it's a little smaller than the Kodak frame, but the actual screen itself is the same size. The mat or framing around it is just what's making the Kodak frame look a little bigger. The screen resolution for both of them is 1280 by 800, and you can see I have up on both displays the same exact picture, and I'm hoping what's coming across in the video itself is that the color saturation on the Aura frame is much better than on the Kodak frame. The colors look very muted. These, they look bright, they pop. You could see that there's greens in here. This one, not so much. It's not terrible, but there definitely is a difference on the Aura frame. One other difference is there is a light sensor on the Aura frame, meaning at night, the screen will automatically turn itself off. The Kodak frame here is actually more of a touch-enabled tablet, so you kind of have to set a time off mode on it in order for the screen to shut off. Now, since we mentioned it, this is a touch screen on the Kodak, which will allow us to zoom in and zoom out, as well as this is going to be for your navigation. The Aura is not a touch-enabled device. Navigation is done through a touch-enabled portion of the frame up top, and both allow you to move through pictures simply by swiping left to right. Now, display options for this, the Aura frame, you're looking at landscape only. If you have portrait pictures, it can display portrait pictures. However, it will do a side-by-side for the portrait pictures. On the Kodak one here, which I do realize there is a little glare, let's try and fix that a little bit. On the Kodak frame, you can do both landscape and portrait. So there is a gyroscope in this, and you can just tilt the frame and it will display portraits if you wanted to. Now, if we flip these over to take a look at the backs, there, you can see on the Aura frame, it's flat. It's supposed to sit like this. It does have a speaker because both frames can play video. The Aura frame also has a moving, which I like, and braided power cord. The Kodak frame has a adjustable kind of arm here. It does have two speakers. It has several slots that the Aura frame does not have, such as SD card, headphones, USB port, as well as a micro USB port, and then your power, which is just an L shape. I don't particularly care for that. And then it's got wall mounting, either landscape or portrait. On the back of the Kodak, you notice that there was an SD card slot, and that is going to be for storage. The Kodak can have local storage internally of 32 gigabytes, or if you add an SD card, the SD card can be up to 128 gigabytes. The Aura, on the other hand, has cloud-only storage, so no local storage for it. However, unlimited cloud transfers from your phone to the Aura, while the Kodak one has a limited number of gigabytes that will allow you to transfer before charging you to top that off. Mentioning the app, the Aura app really is a hub for all things to control the frame and is very simple to use, and it does also offer a web UI. Kodak really, the app is only used for adding pictures from your phone, and it does not connect to other services like Google Photo. You can only do it from your camera roll. Aura frame actually allows you to pull from other photo services. Now, these are powered devices, so you might be wondering who uses more power. Aura during the daytime actually uses much less than the Kodak. You're looking at between 2.5 to 3.4 watts, while the Kodak uses 3.5 to 3.8. At night, this is where you're going to see the real difference. This has that light sensor, which will turn the screen off, but because it's constantly checking online for new photos and to make transitions, this actually uses more at night at 1.3 watts. Kodak, if you schedule it correctly overnight, you're going to use between 0.8 to 1.2 watts of power. Both aren't terrible, so don't let that deter you. They really sip electricity honestly. As for ease of use, which is something that you want to consider, because if you're going to give these as a gift or have somebody who's not technologically savvy utilize them, you kind of want to know that. So Aura, actually very simple to use, straightforward. Setup and picture viewing is very easy. So easy, and I don't say this to be rude, but I got one of these for my parents and they have no problem adding photos to it, as well as making any changes to how many photos will show up in a specific amount of time. Kodak, on the other hand, it's a hot mess. The pictures are not all that this can do. It just is one function of what it can do. And this is kind of the screen that you're starting off with. You got to figure out how to get your pictures on here. Then you got to figure out how to open your album. It's not perfect. And in fact, to come back to this screen so I could show you the comparison again, I had to swipe through a bunch of screens and then photos to get back to this one. On the Aura, if I ever want to have a photo come up so that I can show somebody and not show them on my phone, I can simply go into the app and tell the photo to come up. So ease of use is definitely on the Aura side. Just throwing that out there. Unique features. Aura, in my opinion, easy to share with friends and family when you're on the go, and has the unlimited cloud storage for now. I don't know if that'll ever change in the future, but Aura is kind of building their model around having that cloud storage. So if you like to share your photos right while you're on vacation with somebody who might be viewing the frame, in my case, my family members, I was sending them pictures on our last vacation, to have them just pop up Aura frame, it's a great feature. Kodak, since it's more like a tablet, it can do more things than just show pictures, such as calendar, weather, and more. So it's a matter of what the primary function you want from your device. Just photos, does photos, but also can do other things. Either way, both are a good digital picture frame, but it's just a matter of what you're looking for. If you're looking for something that is simple to use and share with other people, then the Aura frame is what you're looking for. On the flip side, if you want local storage and a digital picture frame that does more than just show pictures, Kodak is the frame for you. Both are a solid option for displaying pictures. It's just a matter of what you are looking for in a digital picture frame. Do either one of these sound like the digital picture frame you've been looking for? I will have a link where you can pick one up for yourself in the description area below. If you appreciate the time and effort that goes into making comprehensive videos like this, make sure to hit that like button to help other people find the video as well. If you like what I'm doing here and want to be notified of my next review, hit that subscribe button. Still not sure which of these is the right option for you? On screen now, you'll see the full review I have done for each to help you make a more informed decision for yourself.